So, Joe, what did you think?
I thought that was absolutely awesome.
I did too. That man, it was just rapid fire, one thing right after another, which was amazing, and the content was out of this world.
We touched on a lot of different things and went a little deep in a couple of them. So, I wasn't planning on going into the whole mental health aspects, but I
No.
think that given the stress of the past couple of years and even what we were seeing before the pandemic, that would be a very helpful segment overall.
Absolutely, because our world changed dramatically, and if people say it hasn't, they're oblivious to what's going on out there.
And here's the thing, even before then, I saw a statistic that the graduating class of 2019, 40% of them had sought treatment for anxiety, sought treatment. And
Oh
it
my.
was expected that roughly another 20% beyond that had suffered or were in need, but had not gone and seen a professional. So you're talking a majority of that graduating cohort, which means that the couple ones before it were probably close to it too. And this is even before the pandemic hit. So
Mhm.
literally half of our young population has stresses and needs and could use guidance and assistance and needs external support on this.
Oh,
So
yeah. Oh, I completely agree. Because high school did not prepare them for what they've gotten out there to.
no,
And
because they've all been bubble wrapped and they had the snowplow parents, pushing things out of the way. And guess what? That's not the way of the world.
oh no, and it's still happening. And there's nothing that, w- well, we can help only so far, but it's up to the individual to actually come out now and actually get the help that they need and miss or find the information that was taken from them or not even offered to them.
Right.
Is a better
And
way.
a lot of them grew up with, you know, anxiety comes from a disconnect between expectation and reality. And so, because things were so easy and the expectation so high, they've been knocked down. And that's where developing resiliency is critical so that they can say, all right, that didn't work. I'll try this. I'll try this.
Mhm.
And having that stick to itiveness in terms of the variety of situations, and just say, all right, I'll figure out a way to get through this. That is one of the big differences between current 25, 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And uh, technology made things way too easy.
Yeah.
Way, way too easy. Everything's at a fingertip. Nobody wants to put the work in without their phone or without a
Yep.
computer or
And
without
so
a
we didn't
tablet.
talk about it, but I very often would talk about the easy path versus the hard path. I mean, we hit on a little bit in terms of the discipline,
Mhm.
but that is a continuous theme. And in every decision we have, it's either the easy route or the more difficult, but ultimately better route.
Oh, absolutely. Even though it's a little harder now, they're not getting the satisfaction and gratification as if it was right now or 5 minutes from
Exactly.
now.
And that's investing, that's buying insurance, that's going to college, that's, learning a new trade, you know, uh, doing an internship, you
Mhm.
know, it's almost everything revolves around that same central premise.
Hmm. It's amazing how those values don't change, but the people around or people making the decisions are trying to change that and gear people away from that.
Right. And one of the things that I'm seeing a lot is people think that some external source is going to take care of this. Whether it's mom and dad,
Mhm.
whether it's my company, whether it's my government, whether it's my spouse or my sugar daddy or what have you.
You're
Somebody
right.
else is going to take care of this so that I'm protected and don't have to worry.
You're absolutely right. And with that mindset, there is no accountability. Oh, I got this credit card debt. I just won't pay it.
Exactly.
Or this, I wrecked this car. Oh well, I didn't have
Oh,
insurance.
I've got these student loans,
Yeah.
government's going to take care of them, as opposed to, what about my friend who literally just paid off his student loans because he took a second job to work,
I
or, so
yeah.
student loan forgiveness is buying votes, and it's, pandering, but it's not addressing the underlying problem. Okay, people are getting degrees that, are not valuable at all. They've made it, college dorms are nicer than
Oh
most of
yeah,
the hotels I stayed
I
in. Okay,
I yeah, I
they have
agree.
like lazy rivers and, all this other stuff. And the other thing is that the number of administrators per student has more than quadrupled in the past 30 years, because they think that, yeah, and that's where the
What?
majority of the cost is. It's
It's
not that they're, they have these great lab facilities. It's
oh
not
no.
that they're hiring all these TAs or professors. It's not even all the amenities for the students, although that is a contributing factor. The number one thing contributing to the cost of college education is the number of administrators, the number of
Wow.
deans who sit there and try and make, protect kids and make life perfect and all this. And it is literally just creating a swollen bureaucracy.
Well, yeah, I thought about going back to school, but there's nothing that I can't learn out there myself now. I have
You
all
know
the
what?
basics.
MIT's got their entire undergraduate course catalog on YouTube. The entire thing. You can
The
just,
entire thing's right there.
search it and watch them and get every single lecture and learn it.
Wow. You really can find everything on YouTube or
Yeah.
TikTok or anything out there. We became such a society of sharing that specialization is starting to go away because everybody, even employers, they want 5 specialty people in one person now, and it's
Right.
ridiculous, and they're not paying for it.
And so the flip side of that, though, is that there's no reason for anybody to not continuously develop themselves.
Right.
And if you don't like your job, like 75% of Americans, within 3 years, you can be in a position to have a job that you absolutely love, because you can clean up your LinkedIn profile, you can start building contacts, you can start getting degrees and certifications, you can start building a network, you can start trying things out. And within a 3-year period, you can make that shift.
Oh,
But
yes.
that requires work, and people don't want that.
No.
I'd rather sit here and eat Cheetos and watch The Bachelor.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, that, you have that job offer, it's like, "Oh, I'll get to it later," it's even, or not even that, even just stupid YouTube things or Hulu or Netflix or, there's so many streaming movies
Well,
out
it's
there.
all designed. I mean, social media is designed to be addicting.
Yes.
And if you look at the brain scans of people watching TikTok or, YouTube videos or stuff like that, or, the social media with, the likes, the thumbs up, and all this, it is literally creating an entire generation or two of addicts, because everybody needs that external gratification, that quick hit. And, I post to TikTok for stuff for the book and YouTube and all this.
Right.
And
Same here.
you know what? It takes a lot of personal restraint and energy to not look at how many views I get or likes or any of that, to like literally not care. Just trust that I just need to keep releasing these things,
Mhm.
and it's going to serve its purpose. It doesn't matter if somebody likes or doesn't like any particular thing. It doesn't change who I am. Same thing with that portfolio approach to clients. It doesn't
Okay.
matter if somebody buys or doesn't buy. It doesn't change that I'm doing the good work and I've bought into the process. And people don't want the process, and they don't want the time delay.
Oh, no, they definitely don't. They just wanna either pay somebody to do it that they don't have money for, or just have it handed to them.
Yep. And they want to be famous for nothing other than being famous.
Exactly.
I want to be a YouTube influencer. Okay, what are you going to influence on? What's your value? How do you bring value so that you deserve to be compensated?
All valid questions, and we see it unfold every day, every day, and it gets, a little bit more interesting watching the people
Yeah.
do that. I love watching people with their phones almost dead. That is, like, one of my favorite pastimes to watch is their phone's dying, and they can't do anything, there's no place to charge. But that's
And
me.
yet they won't take the same time to charge up their bank account or charge up their brain or their relationship bank with somebody else or their skill set.
Right, but they'll go out and still spend $1,500 on a new phone,
No,
but it's only $39.99 a month. I agree.
exactly.
I do. I personally, I upgrade my phone every 2 generations
I am
or three,
always 3 generations behind on my phone.
unless there's something
Always.
major that I need to have for being a technical person. Two's minimal.
Right. And and you just said there, something I need to have work related.
Right.
It is not a, oh, this is sexy or this will make me cool or anything like that.
No.
This is a work requirement.
Right. A 60 meg video or 60 meg camera. I don't care about that. A terabyte worth of storage and a faster processor so I can multitask. I'm good with that. Yeah. 5G,
Yeah, that's a
definitely.
business decision.
Yep.
So I always get maximum memory because of the pictures and videos and stuff like that I need, for
Exactly.
work.
Oh, completely. And it has to have multiple apps that can work on it. My email addresses. You understand because
Yeah,
all it
mobile
has to do with
office.
work. I have my whole work office right here
Yep.
whenever I need it. And it's also easy to turn off as well. So all in all, Joe, excellent show. I hope you feel the same way.
That was fun. I would come back again in a heartbeat.
I would love to have you come back. Possibly, let me see, maybe the begin first quarter of next year, as we see how things happen. I would still love to keep in contact with you, with over everything.
Yeah,